Hello to everybody, FutureTrend channel is again with you. We start our everyday analysis of major currencies for the date of 17th July 2018. Of course, the major topic of today's appearance of the head of the Federal Reserve System, Mr. Jerome Powell, before the Banking Senate Committee on its so-called Humphrey Hawkins testimony. Some time ago, this kind of appearance, presenting of such kind of material, was called by that name. And now it calls just as a semi-annual report on monetary policy before the Banking Senate Committee the first day, and during the second day, Mr. Jerome Powell will present his report before Financial Services Committee of the House of Representatives. All in all, this kind of appearance is number one topic, economic topic of this week. That for sure should influence the foreign exchange markets as well as some other segments of financial market. That's why today we will come some later with our analysis of stock indices, major stock indices, because for sure these testify should also impact the stock indices as well. So as regarding the major currencies, at the moment it's interesting to note that the dollar first of all took a kind of a pause of its strength, looking what Jerome Powell will say during his testifying. And as regarding the dollar yen, let's see the chart of the dollar yen. It's still really very immune to the current contradictions between the United States and China regarding its trade relations. And that's really very interesting, because if we take back a little to 1980s, 1990s, for sure during that period of time, during the trade contradictions between Japan and the United States on semiconductors and automobile industry, that period of time the dollar was really under heavy selling pressure. At the moment the situation is still really very very different. And anyway, the market should pay attention to this kind of topic. Probably at the end of the summer period, beginning of autumn, the market will once again concentrate around such kind of theme, especially in case if such kind of trade relations, worsening trade relations, will translate into the world economy, and for sure it should impact the United States economy as well. So as regarding today, it will be very important what Jerome Powell will say regarding this kind of matter, how the future trade relations and slump in the world trade turnover will affect the monetary policy of the Federal Reserve regarding its future interest rate rises. And as you know, the market still expect another 2 increases by 0.25% from the part of the Federal Reserve during the course of 2018. So we should concentrate our attention on this topic as well. And probably the dollar yen will be especially sensitive to such kind of news. So let's wait a little bit for the final appearance of Jerome Powell before make any kind of big conclusions. As regarding technical picture, as regarding the euro dollar, for example, the euro-dollar still remains under its current downtrend, located at 1.1760, the downtrend that was drawn from the highs of the middle of July, around 1.1995. And while below this trend line in the short-term period of time, the euro-dollar should remain bearishly oriented. Anyway, not so simple, not so simple is the picture, technical picture right now, because short-term indicators still looking more or less encouraging for their upside, for upside potential of the euro-dollar. Among them is the fact that at the moment the euro-dollar is trading above its moving average 200 line that's located at 1.1706. But now, of course, we are speaking about immediate kind of reaction of the euro-dollar and kind of shorter-term movies. From a longer-term point of view, once again, we like to tell that the euro-dollar should remain under selling pressure. As regarding sterling is trading around 32.50, more or less the situation here also dictated by movies by United States dollar itself, because from the point of view of political life, everything is not so good for the future upside potential of the cable. Anyway, also here the pair should remain under downside pressure from a longer term point of view, but from a short term point of view probably it has some potential to rise in the next couple of sessions. The dollar Swiss broke below 99.90. That's why we enter a short position in the dollar Swiss, as we told yesterday. Probably we are still missing any kind of short positions in the United States dollar against some other major currencies, like for example the euro. Probably we will wait for today's Jerome Powell appearance before the Banking Senate Committee before make any kind of conclusions, any kind of new trading initiatives. And as regarding some other pairs, for example the euro crosses, where we still keep a long euro sterling position, but and also a long euro Swiss position, we'd like to tell that for example the euro yen is really very interesting at the moment. The cross is ready to cross to the upside. It's moving average 200 daily line that's located at the moment at 131.90. Break above this line should also support in the short to medium term run this kind of cross to the upside. As regarding the euro sterling still trade inside the range of 0.88 per 0.89. We still suggest that the pair should sooner or later move some higher, and we still keep our long trade recommendation, keeping it for testing of the levels around psychologically important barrier of 0.90. Euro Swiss, which is trading at 1680. Probably you will ask us why we entered a kind of long position at the highs of yesterday. We did this because first of all the pair broke above its moving average 200 daily line that's located at 116.75 at the moment, and while above its 2018 uptrend that's located at 116 at the moment, we prefer to have a long position in the currency. Yesterday, by the way, it was a day of meeting between the leaders of the United States and Russia. and we suggest that for the Russian ruble, probably this kind of meeting was really very encouraging for the future upside potential of the Russian currency. Anyway, of course, we need to wait a little bit, because nobody knows what kind of concrete steps the leaders decided to take during his meeting. From technical point of view, the dollar ruble as well euro ruble still trading above its 2018 uptrends, but breaking below these uptrends should open more accelerated and more powerful upside potential for the Russian currency. Anyway, we have to wait a little bit. For those interesting in our analysis of commodity currencies, here it is. As we already told, the New Zealand dollar probably is more interesting among them. That's because of higher printing of New Zealand Consumer Price Index that were published during night hours. And here, let's see the chart of the New Zealand. We still wait for an undershooting of 68 level to enter a long position in the currency. Overall, this implies also for the Aussie dollar, while trading below its 2018 downtrends. For the Kiwi dollar, it's 0.6870. For the Aussie dollar, it's around 75.30, while below of these trend lines, the Kiwi dollar as well as Aussie dollar should remain shorter term negatively oriented. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Probably during American time hours we will come with updating of our strategy lists in all of the currencies that we will do in case of really big fluctuations after appearance of the Jerome Powell, the leader of the Federal Reserve System, at his testifying before the Banking Senate Committee. Thank you and see you later.